A shocking rumor has exploded onto the scene as whispers of a blockbuster trade suggest a star player could be on the move in a deal that would shake the entire league. This isn't just talk, it's the kind of move that could completely transform a lineup, shift the balance of power, and ignite a new era of competition. Fans are buzzing, rivals are panicking, and insiders are racing to uncover whether this super trade is really about to happen. Why would such a bold move be made now? What would it cost? And how could it reshape the championship race? Stick around, because this potential bombshell isn't just another headline, it's the kind of deal that changes everything. What's up, Dodgers Nation? Welcome back to the channel. If you're a true fan of the Los Angeles Dodgers and you love staying on top of every single rumor, update, and trade bomb that shakes Major League Baseball, then make sure you hit that like button right now and don't forget to subscribe, because today's story is the kind of headline that can flip the balance of power in the National League. We are diving deep into the shocking reports and buzzing speculation that the Dodgers could be making a massive move, a potential blockbuster deal with the Arizona Diamondbacks to bring in none other than all-star second baseman and fan favorite Ketel Marte. Yes, you heard that right. Ketel Marte, one of the most versatile and dangerous bats in the division, possibly joining the powerhouse roster in Los Angeles. Let's break this all down in full detail and talk about why this rumor has fans stunned, why it makes sense for the Dodgers, and why it might actually be possible even though it sounds crazy at first. Now, first things first, let's talk about who Ketel Marte is for anyone who hasn't been paying close attention. Marte is not just another middle infielder. This guy has been one of the cornerstones of the Arizona Diamondbacks for years. He's an elite switch hitter with the ability to hit for both contact and power. He's put up monster seasons, including finishing fourth in the MVP race back in 2019 when he hit .329 with 32 home runs. He's the type of player who brings consistent production, defensive versatility, and postseason experience. And most importantly, Marte is under team control with a very friendly contract. That combination makes him one of the most valuable trade chips in the league. And that's why the idea of him landing with the Dodgers, a team that has the resources and prospects to pull off a trade of this magnitude, has suddenly become a red-hot talking point across baseball media. But here's the question that fans are asking. Why would the Diamondbacks even think about moving their star second baseman to a direct division rival like the Dodgers? On the surface, it doesn't make sense. Why would Arizona want to help the team that has dominated the National League West for so many years? But when you take a closer look, there are some possible reasons. Arizona just made a deep run in the postseason last year, but they also have glaring holes in their roster, particularly in pitching depth. The Diamondbacks know they're not in the same financial league as the Dodgers when it comes to payroll. They can't go out and sign superstar free agents every winter like Los Angeles can. So, what's the best way for them to stay competitive long term? The answer might be to maximize the value of their players while their stock is high. Marte is 31 years old, still in his prime, but he's also one of their few assets that could bring back a massive haul of young, controllable talent. And if Arizona feels that they've reached the peak of his trade value, they might just entertain the idea of moving him, even if it's to a rival, as long as the Dodgers are willing to overpay with elite prospects. And that's where the Dodgers come into play. Los Angeles has one of the deepest farm systems in baseball. We're talking about a farm system loaded with names like Dalton Rushing, Gavin Stone, Nick Frasso, River Ryan, and of course the recent international signing pipeline that continues to deliver talent. If there's any organization in Major League Baseball that has the prospect capital to make the Diamondbacks even consider trading a star like Ketel Marte, it's the Dodgers. The question is, would the Dodgers actually be willing to part with top-tier talent for Marte? Well, that's where this gets interesting. The Dodgers already have a superstar lineup. You've got Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Max Muncy, Teoscar Hernandez, and a rotating cast of power bats. But when you look at the infield situation, there are still question marks. Mookie Betts has been making the transition to second base, and while he's been adjusting fairly well, adding Ketel Marte would give the Dodgers flexibility. Marte can play second, he can play center field, and he's even capable of handling shortstop in emergencies. That kind of versatility is exactly what Andrew Friedman and the Dodgers front office love to build around. Imagine a scenario where the Dodgers lineup has Ohtani and Freeman anchoring the middle of the order, with Marte setting the table and giving them a switch-hitting weapon. That's a nightmare for opposing pitchers. Another reason why this trade rumor is so explosive is because of timing. The Dodgers are always aggressive around the trade deadline, and after seeing some of their pitching depth tested early in the season, it wouldn't be shocking if they look to upgrade their lineup as well. Yes, they have offensive firepower, but we've seen time and time again in October that having one extra bat can be the difference between a deep postseason run and an early exit. Of course, we need to take a step back and be realistic too. Trades like this are rare, especially between rivals. There's always the emotional barrier, the idea that you don't want to hand your competition an all-star talent. That could be the main reason why this rumor never turns into reality. But don't underestimate the Dodgers' ability to get deals done. Time and time again, we've seen them swoop in late and pull off trades that nobody thought possible. Remember when they got Mookie Betts? Remember when they added Max Scherzer and Tree Turner in the same deal? That's the type of boldness that makes a Marte to Dodgers trade more believable than people might think. So let's imagine for a second what happens if this deal actually goes down. The Dodgers lineup would be stacked to a level that might be unfair. Mookie Betts leading off, Ketel Marte slotting in second or maybe sixth depending on the matchup, followed by Freeman, Ohtani, Will Smith, Muncy, Teoscar, and the rest of the crew. That's essentially an all-star team every night. Pitchers would have no break. The Dodgers would instantly become the overwhelming favorites to win not just the National League, but the World Series. And the narrative would shift from can the Dodgers make a deep run? To is this one of the greatest rosters ever assembled in MLB history? On the flip side, if this doesn't happen, it still highlights how aggressive the Dodgers are being in looking at upgrades. The fact that these conversations are even being floated around shows that Andrew Friedman and company are leaving no stone unturned. That's what Dodgers fans should be excited about. Whether it's Ketel Marte, or another impact bat, or maybe another top-tier pitcher, the Dodgers are clearly not satisfied with just having stars, they want more. So what do you think, Dodgers fans? Could you actually see Ketel Marte in Dodger blue? Would you be willing to part with some of our top prospects to make it happen? Or do you think this is just another wild rumor that will fade away? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this is the type of rumor that deserves debate. And as always, make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single update as we continue covering all things Dodgers. This has been one of the hottest rumors swirling right now, and whether it comes true or not, one thing is for certain, the Dodgers are always in the middle of the action. Stay tuned, because if history tells us anything, when a Dodgers bomb drops, it changes everything in Major League Baseball.